Hey, what's up? This is DJ Burnwan. Welcome to Tree Church of Sound, where we believe music can change the world. Today we got special guest, super producer, DJ Montay.
Hey, what's happening with it?
Hey.
What's going on, my brother?
Thank you for coming.
Man,
Legend.
appreciate you having me, bro.
Hey, thank you.
Yes,
A
sir.
staple in the city and in music, period. I would say you're one of the architects of the sound that we know today as like the Dirty South.
Yeah.
The sound that everybody's trying to bite, you're one of the architects of that sound.
Man, appreciate it, yes.
Can you just tell the people a couple of the records that you've done?
I produced DJ Aunt Walk It Out, DJ Aunt Two Step, Flow Rider Get Low, which is Diamond, Charlotte Low Foolish. I just produced the T-Pain and Kalani record. I like that. I produced T.I. and R. Kelly, Can You Learn? Neo, Money Can't Buy, featuring Jeezy, a couple of joints with Jeezy, Ludacris. Man, it's a lot.
Legendary.
Really? Yeah.
Legendary. We got him in the building
appreciate
today.
it. Yes, sir.
So we're about to do a fresh cook, me and the squad. So today we got John William, we got Walt Live, Go Ricki Go, and Anna Valena. Yeah.
Squad.
Up in this thing. Squad. Yeah. And so we're about to jam out. So you got something in mind, a feel, a vibe that you're going for in the jam. So
Well, yeah, really, I want to do like a old vintage, sexy R&B joint. You know what I'm saying? Like just something that can capture some like 90s or 80s type feel. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what I want to do. Something like that for one of the joints. You know what I'm saying? Just to catch some old. You know, when you listen to R&B, people be like, man, dang, they don't make music like this no more. I want to catch with that same feel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's what we're here for. So
Yes, sir.
let's get into it.
Let's get it.
All right, so now that we got everything routed, all the signals going in, something that's really important to do is to give people a vibe. So sometimes guitarists will have their own reverb pedals, and sometimes people will have their own sound effects, but sometimes they don't. And so if you have a dry signal, like right now, Ricki's playing through some pedals, but right now he's just choosing a drier sound. And so to give him a little more vibe, a little more ambiance, a little more character, I've set up this reverb right here, this Valhalla vintage verb. Nothing crazy, real simple. And I just put it on an aux, so that way I can just apply it to other tracks really quickly. So if I want to take the same one, I took it and put it down here on the vocal bus for Anna's vocal. We cut up a little bit louder. And that way you have control over it. You're not putting one reverb and having to use all these different reverbs. It's real simple to just set up an aux, and then you can control two tastes. And so having the aux track right here allows you to just change the different volumes. And so it's important to use the reverb on an aux track as opposed to putting one on every track, because now I can easily duplicate it onto these other tracks if I want a little on the whirly. Maybe I don't want as much on there. The vocal, we wanted more for Anna's vocal. Let's see who else we got. We got the flute down here. John William playing flute. More just sounds better on there. So you get to kind of salt the taste on the reverb. And then also too, I'd like to put like another effect. So I'm gonna do a new track. I'll do a new aux input. And then on this one, let's put like a chorus effect. I always love like the Brigade chorus from Universal Audio. You assign it a bus. And so 43 and 44. We'll call that chorus. And then now anything that we want to throw through there, we can. So Ricki's guitar, if you want to put a little bit of chorus on there. Chorus isn't something you kind of usually would think about on a guitar for the most part, but Andy Wallace, a really great mixer who mixed Nirvana and a whole bunch of people, that's really his secret weapon, is using chorus on vocals and guitars. Like if you listen to Nevermind from Nirvana, there's chorus all over the vocal and guitars, and it just makes it sound, it just gives it like a vintage feel. So we can put a little on the guitar, a little on our vocal. Definitely want some on the whirly. And then we won't have to put a lot on the flute, but maybe just a little bit. Because the chorus is just gonna widen it up to a little bit. DJ, I definitely feel like me DJing helps when I make beats. What do you feel like as you're producing? Are you taking that into consideration, or is it kind of like a subconscious thing?
Oh nah, that's always me being a DJ. Like asking myself, can I play this?
Mm.
I always ask myself that. Can I play this in the club? That's the first question I gotta ask. If I can't play it in the club or play it while I'm doing other things, might not be it. But then me, I got a real funny taste of music, so
So that's what I was gonna say. So for people, because I feel like it's a little bit easier for me too, because I'm a DJ and I have so much to pull from. It's like we've heard all these records and we know what works. We played records and seen them go off, and played other records and seen them not go off. It's like, so we kind of know, like, all right. So how do you think somebody, if they're not a DJ and don't come from that background, how do you think they can get some of that? Is it exposing yourself to more music, like going out more? Or?
To me, that's why I think that's the copycat thing right now going on. Some people see what's going on, see how it's getting made. Some people gravitate to it. They might just bite. Me, I like the real one-on-one action. I like to go in a club and see what the hell really going on.
Yeah.
Like that's my personal opinion.
What we're using to get the music out of there right now?
I was using Melodyne.
Where?
Looking at different chords. Seeing what the hell y'all were playing.
That's dope.
Pretty cool. Seeing what key.
That's
Look like
dope.
either F major or A minor, one of the two. I like to keep the, like the basic melody for me, just to start off with.
Yeah.
Then I go in there and add everything. I get little pieces.
Build it in around.
Yeah. Building around. Like I heard a bunch of shit. Like the bass, singing, the trumpet, or was it the trumpet?
Mm-hmm.
Was
Yeah, me the trumpet.
piano. Yeah. Everything was dope. The guitar, all that stuff. When I'm piecing in, and I like to do it somewhat damn near like when I'm programming. Cause I can add a little piece of the guitar here and there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that way, that'll help you get a better arrangement together, because you can be more clear-minded instead of having a bunch of stuff going on
Exactly.
and get stuck in a loop or something like that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a bunch of stuff. I just go ahead and get the basic shit that I like, and I build around that.
It's funny, bro, because I feel like that's just that DJ ear of hearing music that's like a slow R&B jam and putting the upbeat drums to it, like already it feels more danceable. Say what?
I did the best I could.
No, you wouldn't, bro.
Oh, no, you good.
Bro, we've been having him play so much muted trumpet lately. He's really a flute player. Coming through on the fucking muted trumpet, dog. I think it's good to push yourself outside your comfort zone, bro.
Hey, look,
I think that's
what I did when I made the low beat. It was something I grew up making some hard beats, trap drums and everything like that. I was like, man, let me just try something different, because back then when I was making that beat, like they were dancing to Luke and all that kind of stuff like that. So I was like, man, let me just try something different. And that ended up being one of the beats for me that just took it to the next level. And that was the only beat on the CD like that. It's not like I had tons of them like that and nothing like that. That was the only one.
That's hard. How'd you end up getting that to T-Pain?
Well, Mike Karen,
What?
A&R, yeah. Mike Karen ended up hearing something that I didn't hear. And that was all she wrote, really.
That's hard. Oh, it came with them Isaac Hayes keys.
Yeah. See, I heard a little bit of everything when y'all was in that jam, and I just heard something from everybody. So I just wanted to make sure I just come in and get that best little piece that I like from it.
Yeah, bro.
And make it a dope ass loop.
And this is why I love seeing everybody's different process. Because, you know, up until this point, a lot of people just been chopping a certain part, you know? And I like the randomness that comes with that.
Yeah.
But this is dope to be very methodical.
Oh, yeah.
And be like, I heard this part I like, I heard that part I like.
Oh, yeah.
And like reassembling it. You know, like I heard, it's like you're making the greatest hits out of the whole performance, you know?
Right.
That's great.
That's the best part of having everybody come in, and then, you know, we make amazing music, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. That's how I look at it anyway. In a sense, I think is to share it to the world, so we got to do the best way of making that happen.
Facts, man. And that's a big part of why we're doing the show, is to show people once you get outside the box, there's so many different things you can do, you know? And then we always come back in anyways, you know? But it's like how everybody plays together is different than how they'll play alone, you know? It's like everybody's kind of responding to each other, and now you can go back and pick the best responses to each other and be like, now let me help you out even talk even better, you know?
But, you know, sometimes, too, I don't know, as musicians, everybody probably just zoned out. They starting to hear they instrument more than everybody else, so they doing something amazing, but they not paying attention to what's going on. So I heard everything. I was like, oh, shit. I got on Instagram for a second. I said, I'm just waiting for y'all to finish.
That's hard.
You know, meaty part, the bass. That's like the most important part of the song.
Jumped in there.
Hey,
Jumped in right
man.
fast.
Had to.
Well, we used to have a bass player. Then he quit. Then we got another bass player. Then whatever happened with that. And so I was like, I think we all pretty much figured out. Me, Walt, and Ricki were like, yo,
Man,
we're just all gonna play bass.
to play an instrument.
We don't need a bass player. We're all gonna play bass. So we all play bass now.
To play an instrument, man, it's I wish I knew how. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I never really just took my craft like all the way there. I done got so busy where I couldn't really just sit down and learn.
I think it's just like people have different discipline and different, you know what I'm saying?
Different areas.
Yeah, it's kind of like whatever interests you the most. That's probably what's gonna get your time. Like, I'd rather have a fire beat than figure out a ninth chord with a sharp 11.
Exactly.
You know, I can find somebody to figure that out, you know?
Yeah, it take me a second to do it, y'all, man.
Oh, nah, you're all good. Well, we didn't play to a click, so let's explain to the people. We're all doing this because we didn't play to a click specifically. And sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't. Sometimes you're saying on some of the past episodes, we'll start with like a drum loop. We'll have everybody go in there and just bang on stuff. Create a loop and then play on that, you know? Like, all right, 89, and then play on top of that. But a lot of times, bro, I like how everybody pushes and pulls when there's not a click. Sometimes when there's a click,
Yeah.
it's like it creates everybody playing to that instead of each other. If I can shake not being on it, I'd rather be a little bit loose and, like you say, just go back and tighten it up and kind of chop around.
Well, the crazy part, what I saw y'all did, everybody just went in there, picked up everything, and just picked up with somebody just started off playing. Like,
Yeah, there was no,
dope. Yeah.
there's no like, this is the first part. It's literally like everybody gets on.
Start over, nothing like that. Y'all they just went in there, just picked up the instrument and just started playing from wherever.
Yeah, bro, no takes. Because like, I feel like you get the right people in the room and things kind of work themselves out, you know? And so explain how you're using Melodyne, because I think this is a very interesting use of Melodyne. This is the first time I've seen somebody really use Melodyne like this, so.
Seriously?
Yeah. Well, just using it on every instrument and how you're using it to like, or you can explain what you're doing, but I see you're like finding the notes and then kind of moving them around to be like, all right, this is where I will vibe with it better, you know?
Right, so for me, I like to just put it in, I'm using Melodyne to just kind of change the bass line to how I would, you know, I couldn't find the talk back button we were looking for it, but I was like, man, you would have did this and this, but you had the groove, you had everything, but I wanted to switch it up a little bit for me, you know, so it'd be comfortable in my ear, so that's why I was fucking with it a little bit. Changing
Absolutely.
the note.
And normally when you see Melodyne use it on vocals, I haven't seen too many people use it on instruments.
On instruments?
Yeah, you might be the first.
Well, see, that's the crazy part about Melodyne, right? So let's just say you sample Teddy Pendergrass or something. I could take one note out of the keys, switch it around. That's a original sound. Like with Melodyne, I was just using, like I could just switch different notes. If I wanted to switch his keys up to doing that, I can. Or if I want to take it and put it in a whole, let's just say, I want to take this and put it in a whole nother key, I definitely can. You know what I'm saying?
Super dope.
But that's the best part I like about Melodyne too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like you can take a sample, flip it, and it's completely yours.
That's super dope.
Ooh, see? Right there. That was it. Give it a little cut.
Separation between the bass and the 808.
Last but not least, I'm gonna add this muted trumpet.
What plugin is that?
This is called Murder Melodies.
Real good feel to it.
And I'm pretty sure I could probably come up with a whole nother song. I mean,
I know,
all
basically.
that other stuff too. You know.
That's hard. Hey, man. Thank you for
I
coming
got
and
it.
rocking out with this.
I appreciate you, man.
So earlier I'd asked you, so I feel like a lot of how we make music as DJs comes from the things we've heard, how we play records, how we see how they go off or how they don't go off. How do you think somebody can work on their taste? Because a lot of times I don't see people that are always bad at music, but they don't create stuff that sounds special, you know? And I think we know so much music that sounds special and we've played it. How can somebody work on that, do you think?
I don't think it's nothing you can work on. It's more of a feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like every time somebody done made like timeless music and hits like that, it was just a feeling. You know, they might have captured the moment or the time they was in. You know what made them feel good at that moment. You know, that's how I do. If I got something in my mind, it's like it ain't nothing I could practice. It's just really the only thing you can practice on is getting it out. That might be the hardest thing. You know what I'm saying? Finding a way to get it out. So having a bunch of different musicians and you feed them ideas and kind of stuff like that, like how you got here, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I gave them a direction I wanted to go in and they was able to take my idea. That was just a feeling. I texted you that the other day, you know what I'm saying? So it's just going off a feeling, man. There ain't nothing really you can teach about that.
Yeah, I love how you didn't settle with anything. You kind of kept sifting. You're like, oh, no, not that. You know what I'm saying? You kind of kept sifting through. I think that's a big thing, too, is just having that diligence to keep pushing through and to find the better parts and to not be like, okay, this is cool and accept it. You're like, I need to find a great part. I need to find, even when you find a good part, you're like, I need to put an effect like the horn. Yeah. You put that super cool effect and that just took it. It didn't even sound like a horn no more, you know?
Yeah, but me being a student of the game, I learned from like Dr. Dre. Like sometimes I don't even do that, but Dr. Dre was a person that worked on a hi-hat for like 2 or 3 hours or a few days or something from what I heard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm that type of person. I like to take my time because I want to make some timeless music. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just be here for 15 minutes and then be gone. You know, producers gonna be here forever, but I want to make sure I'm able to last in different times, you know, in generations. So I take my time, make sure it's what people like to hear. I even ask my kids, hey, you like this? You see how much time I took? So, you know, I just want to make sure it's right. You know what I'm saying? The feelings feel good and it's there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I see you're on Logic. How long you been on Logic?
Man, since I want to say 8.
Logic 8? Yeah,
Word.
so, yeah,
What were you on before that?
MPC.
Word.
Yeah. Even though I got the software and the drum machine now, but I just don't fell in love with Logic and the sounds that it has. But that's what I love the most right now.
Absolutely.
I've tried everything. The only thing I haven't tried was Ableton, but I use that on some DJ shit. So
That's what's up.
yeah.
And so you are part of the legendary Camp. Bro,
Yes.
this is like a record label that raised me as an Atlanta youth, you know,
Oh, man.
like as everybody else in Atlanta, you know.
Right.
So can you just tell me a little bit about like building that, like, and everything that y'all were doing, you know, from the mixtapes and club DJing and radio and everything?
Oh yeah. Well, it started as us just doing mixtapes. DJ Jelly, MC Assault, and Big On. It was together, and I put my own mixtape together. Got with them. They accepted me with open arms and shit like that. So I was doing that first, mixtapes. So like we were going back and saying, how does the DJ role play? Like I done got so much music from different kind of genres, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I want to make beats. But making beats, I was doing that first. Like at the age of 9, my mom bought me a Dr. 909 or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, the rolling joint. And so I was making beats, but I ended up starting as a DJ. But that helped broaden my horizons with music. But I with them guys, man. Onk didn't let me in the studio for about 2 years because he didn't know me all the way like that yet. So then I finally got in there. And man, when I was in there, I was separating all the tracks for all the music. I was doing all that. Then I finally was able to make my stuff on the 2000. I started on the 2000 MPC. And man, ever since then, it was like history. They all brothers. It's like 30 years in the making. And we just fought and fought and fought for our music to be a stamp in this city. So it ended up paying off. We didn't know because it was countless hours of being in the studio all night long, walking out the studio and the sun's still up. So it's been a moment.
Now, was it easy, bro? Because I feel like a lot of people think I'm gonna hit the studio, I'm gonna knock out my mixtape, I'm gonna drop it, and everybody's gonna care. And they get really mad when they don't. You know, I'm like,
to be honest with you, me as a kid, man, I didn't realize what kind of impact it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing it because of the love. That's what got me doing it. I really wasn't even making no crazy money like that. Just DJing in the club, and we were making money off of mixtapes and CDs and stuff. But other than that, man, I didn't understand or realize until like Walk It Out was the first big record that we ever had. Like we had records on radio, but to Billboard and hit the charts and have like #1 record, I was like, dang, me and Uncle looking at each other like, I don't know how to. we didn't know how to act because we been in it for so long, man. It was like, I want to say at least 10, 15 years before that shit really just, we done got to that point, you know what I'm saying? We didn't know how to act. Then when the Flow Rider joint came, I was like, but when I first heard the record, I was like, that was out of here. When I heard Flow Rider on there, I was like, it's crazy. But I still didn't know it was going to do that. Like, just, man, it really been a blessing in this industry. You know what I'm saying? You got to really love what you do to withstand that kind of time and don't give up on it.
thanks. I think that's what it comes back to too, is the love.
The love.
You know, it's like if you would do it for free, you know, it's like you're gonna keep doing it and keep investing your time until maybe the load comes around, and you're like, oh, you wake up and you're like, I got a diamond record.
Man, I do a lot of stuff for free now. It's like I don't be tripping because it's like I just love DJing. Like I might be feeling sleepy or something, but then as soon as I hit some turntables and be at a party or something, I'm up. Like, and then as soon as I'm finished, I'm ready to go to bed. Like that's what music do, man, for me.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate you coming today. What you got working on? What you got coming out? Where can people find you?
Shoot, we got artists on the Big On Records. Y'all be on the lookout for them. And really, we keeping our production company going. We got the younger, the Mr. Camp Production himself, Big Corey.
Hey, bro, Big Corey's going crazy. What up, Corey, bro?
Yeah.
I remember since little Corey, bro. I remember.
He the one stamped the tag.
He did, bro.
As a kid, now he's like out here really doing and writing and producing records and stuff.
Jamming,
like
bro.
Yes.
He got range too.
Yes, man. So
he got range.
Super talented producer, man. And then we got our artists. So we got a range of artists that y'all should be on the lookout for. Shantae Renee, Wix, Chico, Cabot Cool, Quay. Man, we got a real lineup. So
that's all right.
We're doing that. We still
radio. I'm on a radio station Monday through Friday, Hot 107.9, but it's syndicated through like 16 different stations.
Oh,
So,
that's hard.
Yeah, so I still DJ, and I'm a tour DJ for T-Pain. So
Super dope. Super
Yeah.
dope. Staying busy, man.
staying busy. Got to though.
Bro, but it's dope that you got that diamond record and didn't slow down and you were like, let me go chill out and go, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did.
Let me just
slow down for a second.
Maybe you needed that break. Yeah.
because them checks, and then you've been working for so long. I was like, man, I need to do something for me, and I did something for me. But now I'm back at it. So
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. So just the last generations of music is really crazy for me. I really
what's up.
started out real young, and people think I'm older than what I was. So
I get the same thing.
yeah,
People, I was listening to you in high school. I was like, I was a year older than you. You know, like,
Yeah, I took-
I was like right there with you. You
I
know?
took it real seriously, man. Like people in high school were laughing at me, like because I was saying I wanted to be a DJ for my career day. They were like, "Oh man, a DJ? What?" You know, back then a DJ wasn't like how we are now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? DJ is like carrying crates to a party, so that
Like
was
grunt
it.
work, pretty much. Yeah.
that was it. They didn't think you could just become a producer, but a lot of producers and everything that start off as a DJ, man. I'm just really blessed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
man. Well, thank you for coming through, man.
Man, appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you and Camp for all y'all have done for the city and for music, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
ATL, y'all be on the lookout for the clothing. We got the ATL hoe, which was originated through Camp, you know what I'm saying? So,
Facts.
hey, let's get it.
Hey, hell yeah. Much love. Tree Church of Sound.